Why should we journal? We should journal for mental clarity, reduce stress, improved self-image, better sleep, more creativity, less worrying, understanding ourselves better, improved memory function, and clearer direction in life. Journaling is a habit, not necessarily a hobby, and there is no one correct way to journal, which means everyone can find a way to establish and design a journaling habit that suits them. Hi, I'm Tash and welcome back or welcome to The Loving Lifestyle. This channel is dedicated to helping you live your best life. And today I have a few tips on how to start journaling and how to make it a habit. But before we start, don't forget, if you haven't already subscribed to this channel, I would love for you to join us. I post twice a week, every week, on actionable self-development, mindset and productivity. So make sure you hit that big red button below and the little bell next to it so you never miss my content. Firstly, we gotta keep it simple. Journaling is functional, so it doesn't have to be aesthetically pleasing unless that is something that's particularly important to you. Try not to keep your journal too cluttered. If you have an A5 size journal, then you can literally just keep it to a double page spread a week. Or if you use mini tiny notebooks like I do, then you can do a page a day because they're only really tiny, but it's just far less overwhelming this way. You can relieve the pressure of writing an essay every day by committing to just a few lines. If your journal is bare, then maybe you want to pre-write some journal prompts in for like the next month or so that you don't have to spend ages writing out title and prompts and then decide not to fill it in because it's too confusing and uninspiring. Don't feel like you need to include the same prompts as other people. I would always recommend gratitude or mood prompts, but you can pick and choose what you would like to note down. Some people recount dreams. I enjoy writing down one thing that I've learned every day since I have a big emphasis on learning in my life at the moment. You could write down one nice thing you did for someone else today if you're trying to become a more generous person. Or you could flip it round and ask, what nice thing did someone else do for me today? If you're looking to see the love all around you. You can tailor your journal prompts or what you decide to write down to exactly what you're looking for in your life. Don't feel like you have to write down daily intentions if they're not really helping you. And don't feel like you have to write down what could have made today better if that really just depresses you a bit. Oh, and try writing in bullet points. We're not writing a novel, and no one else is going to read this anyway. So bullet points help you make the most out of the experience and reduce the pressure to sound fancy. You've got to make journaling work for you. We are all unique and there is no one size fits all when it comes to journaling. Think about what your goal is from this journaling experience. Is it to understand more about your thoughts and actions? Then evening journaling might be suitable for you to reflect on your day. Is it to try to improve your planning and daily mood? Then perhaps morning journaling your goals and your gratitudes will allow you to start your day on the right foot. Or is this a way for you to combine a few positive habits that you already have all together? Then perhaps you should do 3 minutes in the morning doing your gratitude, daily planning and intentions, and then do your daily wins, highlights, and how you felt today in the evening. You don't have to even journal in the same way every day if you don't want to. Sometimes you could write a worry list, sometimes a planning sheet, sometimes a reflection on something that happened and how you handled it. Sometimes you can just rant about your boss or gush about your partner or make a list of things that you'd like to do soon, like go to the beach or watch that new series on Netflix. Or you can write out positive affirmations or your personal power statement. Or you could just draw a pretty flower that you saw today. You don't even have to write in sentences. You could just write descriptive words or shorthand to express yourself. Literally anything and everything counts as journaling. And along the same lines, you don't actually have to journal in a physical book. You can have an online journal. You can print journal worksheets. You can set up your notes in your phone to have a journal folder. You can voice record yourself if you hate writing. You can use a journaling app. You could make a video journal, or you could even make a journal prompt jar where you cut out a ton of different prompt ideas. Oh, by the way, a prompt is literally just a question for you to answer. It can literally be anything. And if you Google them, there is so many ideas for journal prompts out there. So if you cut out a ton of different journaling questions questions and fold them up and pop them into a jar or an old pencil case or something, then you can pull out one every single day to just think about and mull over for a while. There are even email services that will send you a daily or weekly question to answer. The options are literally endless. So you can tailor your journaling practice to suit your personality, your lifestyle, your goals. Journaling is a habit, so we've got to make time to incorporate it into our routine by scheduling it in. Whilst journaling doesn't need to be perfect or even consistent to be effective, by scheduling it in, you have a clear reminder that you should probably spend the next few minutes writing some stuff down, even if you don't really feel like it. All it takes is one line and you have successfully journaled. Make your journaling habit stick by linking it to another well-established habit. I've spoke about this before in my 6 reasons why your habits aren't sticking video, but by linking your new habit to something already automatic like brushing your teeth, or opening your laptop or boiling the kettle, you are less likely to forget to do it because it's literally right in front of you. So pop your journal in an impossible to miss place, like on the toilet seat, on top of your keyboard, or in the cutlery drawer. Literally whatever you need to do to get it done. Like all habits, it will take a while to really get into the swing of regular journaling, but try not to give up too soon. As we've discovered from exploring all the different ways to journal, there is always going to be a way to tweak your journaling to suit you better. On that note, waiting for inspiration to strike is a surefire way to get nothing done. So don't feel like you have to feel like writing or have a particular thing that you want to write about in order to journal. When in doubt, write your gratitudes. If you don't have anything to write about, or you've just had a super lazy day, or you haven't written your next batch of prompts in and you're feeling a little unmotivated, then just write down 5 things that you're grateful for and sit with that feeling for a while. Lastly, we want to give up the idea of perfection. Do not stress about making it perfect. This is coming from a recovering perfectionist, by the way. Journaling is super personal and it can be as messy or as organized, as long or as short as you want it to be. You can literally journal in a small, cheap notebook that you carry around with you, or a big, fancy notebook that lives on your desk. It's okay if you keep switching journal types and styles and prompted versus unprompted. Keep trying until you find the right outlet for you. It will be well worth it, as we already heard from all the fantastic reasons why we should be journaling. I personally have had an online journal on Notion, an online brain dump page on Notion. I journal in my notes on my phone. I've had a bullet journal, a paper planner with journal sections, a 3-minute a day journal, tiny little notebooks for random musings, fancy notebooks, cheap writing pads. I've tried journaling daily, weekly, monthly, whenever I feel like it. Morning, night, both. Literally every kind of journaling. I've tried it. And only now have I found the right system for me. And to be honest, that will probably change again in the future. And that's okay. As we know, we are constantly changing and evolving, so it only makes sense that our habits change and evolve with us. For me, each journal outlet has a different meaning. Sometimes I find myself journaling in the notes on my phone and coming up with a great video or caption idea from it. But other times it's more purposeful and I'm journaling to work through a particular issue. And sometimes I just journal to put myself in a good mood. And that really is my favorite kind of journaling, because there truly is nothing like feeling positive and high vibe and ready to smash the day ahead. So to summarize, my tips from a new journaler to you. Firstly, keep it simple. Journaling is more about function than aesthetics. So don't overwhelm yourself with journaling rules. Secondly, journaling styles are unique to each of us. So just make it work for you. Don't worry about how you feel you should be journaling. Thirdly, make sure you make it a habit and make it stick by incorporating it into already well-established routines. And finally, don't worry about perfection. All journaling is good journaling. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you found it helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed, then you know what to do. And why not let me know down in the comments if you're a journaler. I appreciate you so much, and I will see you next week or over on my Instagram at the.lovinglifestyle. Hello. Okay. A paper. There is a ladybug on my ceiling and it is really stressing me out.